Greetings everyone, and welcome back to another PARDESS FARMS fruit review. Today we're going to be reviewing this beautiful passion fruit. This is from Dominican Republic and they grow quite wild there. If I'm not mistaken, they're native to Dominican Republic. They have a bit more of this red tinge on it and quite a fascinating skin, and they're also quite heavy. So a lot of times when maracuya, which is the yellow passion fruit that we'll get regularly from Colombia, will get really big, they're not necessarily so heavy, and sometimes you'll open them and there won't be as much fruit inside as you'd expect for the size. These ones seem like they're gonna definitely be a showstopper in terms of how much fruit there is in there, unless the rind is heavy. So we're gonna find out together. And the smell on this is very, very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and give it another whiff so I could give you guys a bit of a description. It smells like passion fruit with maybe a bit of apple and pear, which is already generally in the passion fruit smell and scent profile. So it just has a bit more muskiness. The first thing that comes to my mind is maybe the muskiness that you'll get in Paki mangoes. It just has some kind of like back end sweet funk to it. Maybe like a bit of an overripe passion fruit, but still very, very particular in terms of scent. I would almost say it smells red, for the lack of a better word. And we're just gonna wait for this little noise to go away. We'll get right back into this. But check out this beautiful fruit. What's really cool is this is where the flower stigma, if I'm not mistaken, the stem that comes out from the straight center of the flower ends up, which is really, really cool. The way passion fruit grows is quite fascinating. It basically shoots out some kind of stem down the middle of the flower that then creates a bulb in the middle of the stem, if you're still following, and that bulb will become the fruit. So it kind of splits the flower into two. I'll try to put a little snippet of the flower so you can see what I'm talking about, and it's really, really fascinating. Basically, there's one end of the flower here and one end of the flower here, and versus other fruits where the flower will come out entirely and then the stem will be stuck to here, it's still somewhat part of the flower. So it's flower, fruit, flower, which is really, really cool. I'm pretty sure this is the end result of that, which is quite fascinating. You can see that four almost clover-like shape over there. All right, so I know you guys want to see what this looks like inside. I have a beautiful glass of water over here, and I'm gonna put some of this inside as breakfast and share with you guys how I like to drink or eat passion fruit. All right, I'm really hoping this may be the Panama Red variety. I have a doubt about that because it doesn't necessarily have the same exact look, but hopefully the seeds in here are red, and I'm pretty sure they're just gonna be like maracuya, so some kind of orange tinge. We're about to find out. All right, let's get a beautiful reveal on here. Maybe a touch of a zoom. Wow, beautiful. There's definitely a lot of fruit in there, so that's a big winner. Look at that juice just waiting. Oh, I actually did spill out a bit. Don't want to waste that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this juice directly into there, and then we'll speak a bit more about this passion fruit. You can see how it instantly colors the water. Now I'm just gonna put that in there because it's probably enough to flavor this cup. I'm just gonna get a bit more of that. You can see how it instantly colors that, and it's really, really thick. It has a very particular consistency to the juice as to when it mixes into water. It's almost like when you have alcohol mixed into the water. It gives those little swooshes in the water. I don't know exactly how to call those in technical terms, but it's definitely really cool. Look at this beautiful passion fruit. There is so much in there. Probably about 5 to 8 times, I'd say, what would be in a regular small purple passion fruit. There's definitely a lot of fruit in these. These were a little bit more expensive, and we were wondering why, and this definitely makes it worth it. Look at that beautiful rind on there. You can see it's splitting because this one was starting to ripen. It's probably perfectly ripe in my opinion. Once the juice really starts releasing like that, that's when you know you're ready to go with passion fruit. You could eat them at any stage. I know a lot of people like to eat them when they're underripe, meaning when they're just as firm as possible. And they're very, very good like that as well, but the flavor develops a little bit more and they get just a tad sweeter. And when we say sweeter, we don't necessarily mean like a yellow dragon fruit sweet, but just a bit more sweet. Sometimes things have sour flavors, but a sweet back end, even though there's almost zero sugar in there. And it's mostly associated to certain flavors generally hitting those receptors in your brain, of things that you have eaten that were sweet that had that flavor, if that makes any sense. So, beautiful passion fruit drink over here. This smells absolutely phenomenal. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and try some just so I can give you a flavor description and see if it's any different from the regular passion fruits that we generally get. You can see it's got those really nice seeds. The seeds, let's see if they look any different. They look quite the same. They do have a lot of dimples, which a lot of them have. If you look at this, let's try to get a zoom on that. They have these little dimples in them. Maybe that's gonna be a better shot. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. They have these little dimples. Matter of fact, these are not as pronounced. So maybe that is a nice indication of a difference in the variety. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of this fruit. You can see it's super ripe. When it runs like that, it's ready to go. And another thing is when passion fruits get wrinkly like this here, a lot of people think that they're going bad. That's actually when they're best to eat. So if you let one of these shrivel entirely, it'll probably be really juicy in there and at its best. You don't want to have them when they're really, really hard if you're trying to have them be less sour. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little sip of this, try it out. Cheers. Oh, wow. Wow, that does have a bit of a difference. That kind of tastes, in my humble opinion, sort of like if you mixed the yellow passion fruit with purple passion fruit. I'm still getting a little light funk, some kind of little muskiness, and I don't know why, but it's still going to remind me of the Paki mangoes. There's just some kind of like back end. Maybe it's like a light note of spice that's just hidden behind all those beautiful flavors. If you don't know what passion fruit tastes like, it tastes very much like Five Alive. I personally haven't had Five Alive in many, many years. It's not my kind of thing, but I do remember it having this flavor. And upon a bit of research, I noticed that there's actually passion fruit in there. So it could make perfect sense as to why. Although it's quite spot on. So it's a bit sour, it's a bit fruity. It's almost like if you made a tropical fruit drink or all kinds of fruits, say like strawberry, a bit of pineapple, a bit of blueberries in there, maybe even some blackberry, raspberry kind of flavors with like some apple pear backgrounds. So it's very, very delicious fruit, and you can see why there's so many people that love passion fruit. I'm gonna go ahead and pour a bit more of this juice in here. It's just giving itself away, so might as well. I'm gonna have a little sip of this. And cheers, guys. Oh, wow, yeah. There's definitely some light, different flavors in there. It still tastes like passion fruit, but there's something else going on, and I can't put my finger on it. It's got that muskiness that the other ones don't have. The other ones are just straight summer freshness. This has exactly that, but with a little touch of some kind of like maybe spicy, not in terms of heat, but just spices, and a little bit of muskiness. If you've ever had Paki mango, or if you've ever had maybe a Haitian mango, they have a bit of that scent that's just a bit musky. So yeah, this is the Dominican Passion fruit, and we're gonna try to get a Latin name for you so you can see exactly what it is, and if ever you're interested in growing them, we're most probably gonna have a few seeds available and definitely up for grabs. As a matter of fact, it's a good time to let you guys know, if you didn't already know, that we have a beautiful plant catalog, tropical plant catalog, as well as other plants, and quite fascinating plants on there, like jocote, which is one of the fruits that we got this winter that was absolutely delicious. It was a hog plum that tastes somewhat like mango. It's like almost like little mango poppers. Once they're ripe, they're like little water balloons that just pop in your mouth with amazing fruit flavor. Passion fruit plants, soursop plants, star fruit plants, pomegranate plants, all kinds of stuff, you name it. We even have a bunch that are not on there, but if ever you do have a request, send it over and we might actually have it in stock. So definitely go visit PARDESSFarms.com. That's PARDESS farms.com to find beautiful things like this and some plants. And if ever you have any requests, please feel free to send them in, because we absolutely love hearing your requests, and that's in fact how we've brought some of these beautiful fruits. All right, guys, till next time, cheers, have a great day.